What's up, guys? In today's video, we're going to be checking out the new RA Micro 4K. Now, if you've seen my other video, I'll put a link to it. We had the original one, which is a lot bigger. As you can see, the two differences. And this thing still works great. This is just an updated version of it. As you can see, this one still has the older USB. This has the newer USB 3, I think we're calling it now. And also what's cool about this one is they've changed where things are a bit. So now down here are your filters, which I like, because a lot of times what you're reaching for if you're using an SSL is your filters. So they're right here, and then the input's up here and your phase is up here. Now this is all cool, and I like, one of the things I really like about Rock Solid is I feel like they're one of the only controller companies that understand that we have small desks. Like, they made it smaller. And a lot of these controllers that come out and interfaces are just huge, and we need desk space. So I love that they're small, and the fact that you can take this and put it in your backpack. And you know, a lot of us are traveling with laptops now, with the M1s. You can put this in your backpack and have a controller wherever you are. So that's all well and cool. But what I want to check out today in the video is their new RA Control software, which uses a wrapper to load your plugins into, and it makes it so much better to control this device. If you remember my last video, everything was done with a mouse. So the controller is you turn the knob, the mouse would go to the knob, like the knob on the computer, and turn the knob on the plugin, right? Now with the wrapper, there's no more mouse interaction, which just makes things a lot better, a lot more solid, and works well. And so when you turn the knob, it just turns, and your mouse is still where it was. So with this new software, it really just takes this thing to the next level. So we're going to check that out today. One caveat is it doesn't work in that mode with Pro Tools yet. So we'll be using Studio One, and most of the DAWs support it, but as usual, Pro Tools doesn't. The guy, Matthew at Rock Solid, has told me that he's working on it, so it should be coming sooner than later. But you can still use this or that with mouse mode. And that's another thing to say is, just because I have this one doesn't mean the other one doesn't work with this new software update. It does. It works fine. But we'll be using this one just to play with today. So let's get into it. All right, guys, so here we are in Studio One. I'm going to pull up the plugin. It's called RA Control, obviously. And as you see, it comes up. It's just this little simple kind of wrapper looking thing. And so now all you got to do is go here, and you can do a couple different things. You can search. You have a couple favorites already set up, or you can do insert and pick from all your different plugins that you have. So, you know, once you map these out, and it's really easy to map them. I'm going to show you how to map them in a minute. Once you map them out, you can drop them in your favorites or keep them as inserts. It really doesn't matter. It will all kind of build on its own. But let's just pull up my 9000 for now, just to show you how it's all working. So as soon as I pull it up, it's already been mapped. And when I grab one of the faders over here, one of the knobs over here, you'll see that it turns. And my mouse is over here, but I'm still turning knobs. And I can do two knobs at once. I mean, so it really works like just how you would want it. And both knobs are being turned, but my mouse is staying there. So it's completely dependent of the mouse now. That is huge to me. And what else is really cool about this, sometimes when you have these wrappers, you don't even know what plugin it is, because right now it just says RA Control. But if I click on this track, this is just our fake kick track today, it says kick here, and you see here there's this little dialog window, and it says kick. And then below it, it says BX Console SSL 9000. So what that's telling me is the 9000 is on this kick track. And if I switch to my snare, it says there's no host, so there's no plugin. So it's really easy to see what plugin you're on by, you know, switching the track. And if I'm on the kick, here's the other cool thing. I don't even need to pull open the plugin. I can start turning my high gain, and look, it changes, and it's actually changing within the plugin. So you don't even have to open the plugin. It will do all the different EQ stuff. Just grab your knob, boost your high end, go to your kick, go to your snare. If you have it on there, you can do that. And it works just as well. I'll even put it on the snare so you guys can see. Let's pull up a 9000 on there. Boom. So I'm high gain, and I'm on the snare. Then I go to the kick, high gain, back to the snare, turn it down. So you can move super quick using this with this situation and just knowing exactly where you are just by this little dialogue window. And you can put this anywhere. If it's in your way, just put it over here, wherever it's comfortable for you. So that's huge to me. Now, you might be asking, well, what if I have like another plugin? So to set up another plugin, all you got to do is RA control again, and it'll bring up a second plugin, right? Now you can just go to plugins, search, let's do the 4000, right? Let's do the E. And now that comes up. I haven't mapped this yet, which we'll do right now. But you'll see right here, it has the two different plugins. And so if I do this for this plugin, that means I'm doing the 9000. Switch to the 4000 right here, just by clicking, it would switch to 4000. So let's map this out. Let's do a couple quick mapping so we can show, see how that works. All you got to do here is just go to map and hit create. And then it says mapping is on. And then after that, it's extremely simple. Turn this knob, 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 and even buttons. If you want to do phase, hit phase here, and then hit phase here, and then it's on. And then you just turn mapping up, stop mapping. I mean, we would do the whole channel, but it's that easy. And now this is all mapped. I'm done. I don't ever have to do it again. So really easy to map any plugin. And it doesn't have to be SSL. You can pull up any plugin you want. Let's do another one and map that too. So let's do this, and then let's see what we got. Insert something relatively easy. Let's do the diode 609, right? And so here you could do it on your compression section, right? It doesn't have to be an SSL. So let's go to map, create, it's on. So there's threshold. We'll turn threshold here. So let's do recovery here, release. Makeup gain is up here. You could do your gain here. And then the ratio right here. And that's set. Mapping off. And then now we have our compressor already set up, ratio, threshold, and that's on this one. And then if I want to go to this guy, I can boost some high end on the 4000 and go to the 9000 and cut all the high end on the 9000. Then come back to our compressor and change the, come back to our compressor and change the threshold. So it just makes it so easy to use this controller inside a session, that you don't even necessarily have to open your plugins, but you just start working, and then, you don't have to worry about like, oh, well, which plugin is, it's right here. If we go back to the kick, it just shows that we have one plugin. We go back to our snare, it shows all three, and you can pick which one you want. So amazing software upgrade with these controllers now. It really makes it all work as one package. And then if you are a Pro Tools user like I am myself, a lot of times you can still, until they get the software right, go to mouse mode. And all you got to do is go up to your little rock solid audio button and switch to enable mouse mode, and it will switch to mouse mode and you can use Pro Tools. All right, guys, so let me know what you think of the new rock solid audio devices and software in the comments below. I really think they're doing a lot of great things in the software controller world. I just hope it comes to Pro Tools soon. If you need your songs mixed and mastered, hit me up at mixandmastermysong.com. You can also find my courses and presets there too. Talk to you soon.